Remember yesterday when it was spring? Temperatures were in the mid-70s. Now we're going back to the cold stuff on the weekend. We might get some crazy snow tonight, who knows. We get some wild weather swings this time of year, and those ups and downs can really take a toll on the outside of your home. James Anderson sees it every day. He is the president of Approved Home Improvements, and he joins us to talk about, we were just talking about transitions and going back and forth and back and forth. And you had said, you know, the winter wasn't that bad, which it wasn't. We didn't have that much ice and snow and really cold temperatures, with a few exceptions. But now that we're getting some rain, people are calling in and saying, hey, I got leaks I didn't realize I had.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of people that doesn't necessarily use their chimney. People that use them have them inspected and we catch this stuff, but people haven't used their chimney in 2 or 3 years are calling us, seeing plaster coming off the wall, water stains around their chimneys, because what we did have was an extremely change in temperature. So
right.
It would be extremely cold and then extremely warm, and it would be raining instead of snowing and then freeze like it was wintertime, and that's caused a lot of damage to the masonry on the outside of chimneys.
You said something to me the last time that we talked that made so much sense to me, and that is the same weather that caused the same dynamics that cause potholes in the roads is what's tearing up our concrete and our mortar in our chimneys.
That's correct. So when you go down the highway and you see the highway crew out there and you're seeing asphalt flinging up on your tires, and that same thing is happening to your chimney. The problem is you don't see it as easily as you do on the ground, and it goes without being repaired, and it gets worse. Once the water gets in there, it keeps getting in there and it gets worse.
We're looking at some examples of some work that somebody else did right now.
Right, they were trying to stop the water after they had that work done. It didn't have the effect because there's several stages to repairing a chimney, not just filling in the missing mortar, and that was done improperly. We had to go back and redo that. But the whole point of doing your masonry is to prevent water from entering the structure and to keep the structure intact.
All right, and so as we get into spring, how can that be a problem? Because of the rain, is that the issue, or is it the transition, or is it both?
So it's so going into fall, when you get the rainy and the freeze, and if your chimney hasn't been preserved, which means stopping the rain from getting in there that can't evaporate out before you get the drastic drop in temperature, it's going to cause damage. It's going to do that to your chimney. Your chimney's not any different than anybody else's. It absorbs water. So if you haven't had a preservation package put on your chimney, it's doing that daily. And it eventually will get to that point.
So it's more than just filling up the gaps with the mortar. It's going in, grinding out bad stuff. It's replacing the mortar. It's matching the color, and it's sealing it so that you don't have that
Right. I mean, there's a lot of
future.
steps, and without taking up too much time, we have to correctly prep it. We have to get it to where it's right, and then we want to stop the water from repeating the cycle. I can make your house look brand new. 2 or 3 years, you can be looking at the same thing again.
Right.
We live in St. Louis. We can't stop that, but we can stop it from affecting your chimney.
And that sealing is a lot more reasonable than you would expect. James and his team at Approved Home Improvements are offering a special deal. I told you I would call you out for work that is completed by March 31st, and you're standing there reading it while you're looking at it. They will give you a free exterior masonry chimney inspection to see if you have any trouble spots, and then you will get 30% off all exterior tuck pointing that needs to be completed. Plus, those repairs come with a free chimney cleaning and camera inspection for the inside of your chimney as well. So call Approved Home Improvements today. They will get out to you as soon as possible, and I guarantee you that'll be a quick turnaround. The number to call is 314-780-6080. 314-780-6080.
Thank you, gents. We appreciate it.